Everybody, this is Chris Walker, and welcome to my Resident Evil Village breakdown. We're gonna break down today all the Resident Evil Village, everything that Resident Evil Village has to offer to us, from the story to the gameplay to everything, and we can have a discussion and talk. So, without further ado, let's begin. Start.
Hey now, think positively, alright? We talked about this.
I know. We hardly talk about anything else.
Castle Bell heralds danger. The bell tolls for us all. They're coming again!
So, start out with the creepy laughter of that chick with, I don't know, she might be an oracle or whatever, some type or some kind. We don't know who she is. The old chick from the last trailer that came out. Now we get this one, which is basically starting up with Ethan and Mia being a mom. If you guys didn't know, Mia has become a mother at this timeline. So I think this game takes place like a couple years after, probably in 2020. This game takes place in 2020. Probably is where this game took place.
Mother Miranda, I regret to inform you that Ethan Winters has escaped that fool Heisenberg. Because he is in my castle and has already proven too much for my daughters to handle. When I find him... No, Mother Miranda.
Now, this character been, no joke, been the talk of the Resident Evil community. People are going bonkers for the last, like literally the last couple days. People been going batshit insane, like crazy. I've been like a bit crazy on this chick, I'm not gonna lie about it. She's hot and beautiful, and people actually been like, I don't know, making fan arts, making predictions of who she is. A lot of people said she's Alex Wesker from Revelations, maybe Jessica, but I didn't believe that this character is Alex Wesker at this point, so we don't know at this point.
Yes, of course, I understand the importance of the ceremony. I won't let you down.
Can someone please tell me what the hell is going on here?
I like the architectures.
The place is full of nothing but blood and death.
I love this whole gothic architecture-y type thing, like the 1800s, 1900s like type of stuff, the early 1900s type of stuff. This type of things I like. And you saw a little bit like I think that's like the main hall. I think that's what it is, because it looks like the main hall. And the other shot was, the dungeons. There's a lot of dungeons and shit in this one, so castle has dungeons and traps. So yeah, there it comes up. There you go, torture rooms right there. Here's the enemies. So we saw, the enemies. So these are like they say in the Bleaks, that these enemies are kind of like the Ganados from Resident Evil 4, kind of have similar weapons and stuff like that. And they do have weapons. And they look like female zombies. And they look creepy though. They look really, really creepy. Go check again. Alright, pause it right here. Now, if you saw the shot, you can go back and watch a few seconds frames. Hold on, let me just go there, because I need to talk about this. Where is it? It's probably around here somewhere. Right here. That's Chris Redfield right here in the middle. I think that's Chris Redfield. I can't tell. I don't know who it is, to be honest. No, it's not like Chris Redfield. It looks like just another person. Or maybe this is the same guy from Resident Evil 7. I'm not sure, really. I don't know who it is. And pause it here. This is Ethan Winters' daughter. So, Mia died. So, the child is already given birth. So, that's going to happen at the very beginning. Like, all this shit will happen at the very beginning. Or kind of a flashback scene or something like that.
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow.
She's pretty
Ethan
tall.
Winters.
Wow.
There you are.
Alright.
Who the fuck are you?
What the heck is this?
Let's see what you're really made of.
Oh shit.
Winters.
It's Dante. Oh my god. Guys, it's Dante. He's in Resident Evil. If I come full circle. I'm just kidding. It's just some like random dude. May 7th. So it's coming out around May, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. From like the trailer, you know, the game has like kind of like they have a bit of like a Resident Evil 4 vibe, because this game is basically the precursor of Resident Evil 4 Remake, was what is going to be released next year. So I'm not sure about this game in particular. I don't know. I'll have my thoughts on it like in a bit later on. But now, let's watch the gameplay. So right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna see the actual gameplay, and I'll break down with you guys the whole gameplay. So here we go. So let's
Just
watch.
like in Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, you'll be taking control of Ethan Winters. You'll make your way from the village to the castle. Players will need to get in and search for their kidnapped daughter.
So basically, it was Ethan and Mia's daughter. So he's a father in this game. So as you can see, this game has more of a darker atmosphere, very snowy, very, snowy areas. It has like a castle.
As you've noticed by now, Resident Evil Village keeps the first-person perspective. We think it really draws players into the detailed world we've created.
I mean, I'm not gonna be being like a dick to the to producer there, but I think the game would fit much better if it's third person. I don't know. I feel like a third person over the shoulder would be a lot better than a first person. But I can understand. You need to show the detail of the hardware, because this game was meant to the PS4 and PS5 and new gen. But don't worry, the game will be released in last gen and as well as cross gen. So that's a big plus. And it's gonna be actually really good. So once I get PS5, I can get this game. I can have this game, already there. So, all right, this is probably look like a. I'm not sure what this room actually is. Here's the main hall, like the main place. I think maybe the main hall, probably. The main place.
You'll see a lot of those little details come to life here.
This game gave me a lot of Devil May Cry vibes a little bit. I don't know why, with the dark
The team
atmosphere.
put a ton of effort into creating a truly authentic feel.
So, I don't know.
From art design to
I feel-
technology, everything ties in great and creates some beautiful visuals.
Yeah, the game's graphics are pretty good, and I really loved how this game's graphics is. Here comes
Now
the
it's time to meet some of the
bug
castle
ladies.
denizens. As you'd expect, a warm welcome's not really what's in store for Ethan.
And of course, I don't know why ladies are getting horny. Oh, not leg again, of course.
Man blood.
What the fuck? What the hell? What kind of shit is that? Literally, I heard that earlier, like a couple minutes ago. Like a couple minutes ago, and I was like, what the fuck? I still say, what the hell is that? What? Man blood. Kinky over here. What the fuck? What the shit? Oh boy. Okay, let's just skip all the way to the gameplay real quick here. So let me just go to the gameplay. The gameplay is right somewhere. Right here.
Show you are.
So here comes the tall lady. That's what I'm gonna.
Shifting gears a bit, we're finally going to show off some combat.
So that's the gameplay. We're inside some type of dungeon, underground dungeon.
It's not just about shooting. Guarding will also be an important part of the game.
Hold on. You guys did see the first shot Ethan shot was in the gut. His second shot was in the arm, so you can definitely shoot the enemy's hand to release from the weapon. But I think that the weapons will deal a lot of damage, even on higher difficulties. I expect the weapon to deal insane damage. Is gonna be crazy, like unbelievable. Blocking mechanic from the last game. Oh, I can melee a little. These look kind of like regular enemies, So, yes.
Each type of enemy has their own distinct way of fighting, so you'll need to change up your strategy to defeat them.
This looks kind of like the stronger type enemy, and with a big hammer.
Everyone knows what to do with red barrels, right?
So that's a red barrel, explosives, of course.
Some of you will remember.
And as you can see, when I saw this, I was like, wow, this looked like the Resident Evil 4 briefcase. And I'm gonna again mention it. This game is basically a precursor to the Resident Evil 4 remakes that are about to be released next year. I know I'm repeating it because that's what it is. This is why this game existed, because Resident Evil 4 remake. If Resident Evil 4 remake was not in their sight, this won't even exist. So
A similar management system in Resident Evil 4.
it's cool.
This time around, we've added crafting, which allows you to create items such as first aid and ammo.
So the crafting system from the other Resident Evil game, basically ever since the 7th game and onward, we can craft guns, healing item, a strong healing item. There's probably more cocktails and stuff like that, like the previous, like 7. So it's kind of identical to that. I can find
There's also
weapons.
an assortment of weapons to find and utilize throughout the game.
So this is kind of like they might actually go. So 7 is like kind of made like kind of a house-made, homemade type weaponry, and old school weaponry. This one might get more like, I'm not sure the type of weaponry they're gonna choose in this one. Probably a bit modern, fixed with some old type way, like Resident Evil 4 with some of the weapons, like mix of modern, new, and old, probably. So they might have that.
I've been waiting for you, Mr. Winters.
How do you know my name?
Anyone who is anyone has heard of the likes of you.
The merchant makes a return. This time he's known as the Duke.
The Duke.
You'll be going to him to buy and sell.
As you can see, yeah, he's basically the merchant supplies. From seeing here, of course, you can buy weapons and stuff. So there's so basically the gameplay is kind of like RE4, but probably there's gonna be some type of currency we can pick up, probably unlockable weapons we can get. You know, they got some Resident Evil 4 mechanics. I know RE4 is my favorite Resident Evil game, and this one's kind of cool, but I don't like the Duke, to be honest. He looks like he's a chubby guy, whatever, and all that. Like, I would love if the merchant from the old games make a return. From Resident Evil 4, the original one, makes a return. That'd be awesome.
Weapons, amongst other things.
Wait, hold on. So this is the tune-up system, the upgrade system, like firepower, reload speed, but the same like tune-up system. So basically, it places like Resident Evil 4 with the which guns you should upgrade, which guns should you fully upgraded, what guns you can do this. So it's gonna take me see which guns, and I can just maybe hopefully when this game comes out around May, and hopefully around the summer, I can just make a video about which guns are good and which guns are bad, and try to make it kind of a gun review, weapons review in a way, and see which gun I believe is good and whatever. So yeah, basically. Hold on, let me go back.
He's known as the Duke.
Let me just go back a bit. Oh, shit.
You'll be going to him to buy and sell weapons.
So there's the supplies, which is you can buy items. Gunsmithy, which basically this is a tune-up system, which is the upgrades. I know about this one, the Duke's Purse. I don't know about that one, but we'll see how it is. So we'll see how it is. Let's go and
He's an interesting fella.
yeah, basically doing different stuff, but I'm really a big fan. Yeah, breaking stuff with a knife. Normal.
Smash away with your trusty knife. There's plenty of items to find in your travel.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright, herbs and all that. Oh god, blood. Ugh, that's gross.
Wait, do you hear that? And we've also got extra objectives outside of the main ones.
Oh, of course, collectibles like the Mr. Charlies and stuff, Mr.
Of course, it
Raccoons.
goes without saying that there'll be plenty of puzzles to solve for players to move forward.
I'm happy for this. I'm glad they finally brought back the whole system of this. I'm glad they brought back the puzzles because they were lacking in 7 and in 3. There were not literally no puzzles. This one brought back the puzzle, that's a thumbs up for me. That'll be freaking awesome.
Oh, and plenty of surprises to keep you on your toes.
Alright, we're just gonna stop in this one. So we saw the gameplay and everything and stuff. Let's keep on your tails, yada yada yada, yeah. Alright, so that's like the Resident Evil Village or breakdown. It's pretty much just done and just talk about. Now let's move on to the other thing, which is you'll see. Now, so we're basically just done with Resident Evil 7 breakdown. I'll give my analysis later how I feel about it. But before we gonna do that, we now gonna get to this part, which is gonna be the Resident Evil 7's content after the main game. We got this one, Resident Evil Reverse or Resident Evil Battle Royale that I heard from the leaks for. So let's take a look. So we got the RPD. Here's Leon and Claire. Oh, take left me. Flaws to the Tyrant. So you got enemies with tyrants. I don't really understand about this trailer, to be honest, but really, it's a Resident Evil Battle Royale game. That's all I gotta say, and definitely this one is a game that I'll avoid. It's kind of like the Resistance, but I'll give it like maybe like a one shot and actually just play. This is like what the closed demo or the closed beta, you know, Capcom was announced it was this one basically, which I'm not gonna get at all. If I got the closed beta, I will just tell you my actual opinion. But this game is, from what it looks, it's a Resident Evil Battle Royale, so it sucks. It really sucks. So right now we watched the trailers of everything. We saw the trailer of the story and the gameplay and that side content for 8 because it wasn't 7. I said a mistake. So. What are my thoughts? It's an okay Resident Evil game. Gameplay wise, it's really good. Although I still dislike the first person whole view shit. I just really don't want the game to be first person. I want the game to be like third person and all that shit. And from the inventory management to the merchant, which basically Resident Evil 4, the whole thing basically, the castle. It's basically like a Resident Evil 4, basically. That's the reason why Resident Evil 8 exists, because of Resident Evil 4 Remake. So they definitely use the same kind of thing. So when Resident Evil 4 Remake will release next year, you guys see what we're talking about. So yeah, the game is actually, like, the pre-orders are out there right now, so the game will be in different consoles. It's cross-gen, that's pretty good. Final thoughts on the game? I don't know what to say. It's a good game, but I don't want to call it a Resident Evil game. I call it kind of like, it's like a, I don't know, some type of different game. It doesn't feel like a Resident Evil game. That's just the name of the title. That's my opinion on this. But I'll give it a shot still. I always give it a shot. Might have to give the game a shot. Like, hopefully when the demo releases on the PS4, there's a demo on PS5 but on PS4, then I'll see if the game will be worth it down by or not. So yeah, that is all, and see you guys later.